Hello, I'm Olive. I am a front-end engineer with nearly 10 years of experience. I have 4 phases of experience. I graduated at 2016 and I majored in automation. But at the last semester, I chose to change my career path to development front-end engineer to development front-end software because that as the internship of period I realized that maybe I am not familiar, I'm not good at automation, especially the hardcore hardware part of the automation. So when I trying to change my path to the development the front end, I mainly learned the knowledge by myself. I have four. Let's go back to the original question. I have four phases of my experience. The first one is that I worked as a front-end engineer and do some health card management system. And the next phase is that I working for a company where I development some where I developed some e-commercial shopping website and back and system. And the next phase and the latest phase, I am working for a US-based tech company where I cooperated with different teams and development complex system. Is mainly focused on SaaS platform where I developmented some system like crisis management and travel risk system. I worked at there for about 6 years. Actually I have been spent most of my career here. That's a simple introduction of myself. Oh yeah, I actually, to be honest, I hold some cryptos like Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. I especially like to hold large cap cryptos because in recent some years some memos would be bubbles eventually. So I hold large caps. And actually there are some process. I did hold some Mimo cryptos once, but I failed many times, and I realized that I am not very good at holding that kind of cryptos. So I give up the option and try to hold large cap cryptos and try to not do some short period contracts. And I realize that is really risky for me. Yeah, there are some gaps, I really like to focus on something, and I don't want to do something. I don't want to hunt my job. I don't want to hunt another job, look for another job, and at the meantime I do my current job. At the meantime, if you do that, I try to do that, but I realize that is not fit to me. I can not do that because I think that will make me cannot have a good performance at the job hunting process and the period of the current doing the current job. So I am always have some gaps, and I already I'm already adapted to it. Maybe that is not perfect for me, for my resume, but that's what I thought, and I think maybe I could do it even next time. Yeah, my career path. Recently I stay in Tianjin, and I don't want to go to Beijing anymore. I want to stay Tianjin for a long time because that my daughter need to study at Tianjin. Of course, for this reason, I would like to choose some work that otherwise that it's better that I can have a remote work, which means I can stay at Tianjin. In the meantime, I can work for some remote enterprise. I can develop some software which is my interesting. And another option is that I work for enterprise in Tianjin, but to be honest, I realized that there are no more there are no more opportunities in Tianjin. There are few opportunities in Tianjin. I need to work hard to find a job at here. And my career path is that maybe I still want to learn English and improve my speaking skills and my listening skills. I think that is my poor part of my English. I hope I can improve them, and I hope that this year I can have a good score on my own IELTS examination. The human resource staff will always ask me that, how about my English levels? I don't know how to answer that. I did pass the level 6 examination in China, but it's 10 years old. Is more than 10 since more than 10 years. I don't think that is an evaluation for me to talk about the English level. By the way, I still have passion in front end and in software development. I believe that software makes the world better. But I'm a little frustrated about current environment in China. In China, there are some software in e-commerce and SaaS platform and government platform software. In my all the peers, I touched with them and realized that I'm a little tired of that. The business is complex, but however, it makes me uncomfortable. There are no fresh topics to talk. E-commerce is an old topic. A SaaS platform is an old topic. And even government platform is an old topic. So I still want to find out something new that is enough interesting to me.